Am I stuck with my rate for 30 years? So if I just bought a property today and I have a 7% interest rate, I have a 30-year mortgage, am I stuck with my rate that I close on? The answer is no. It could be if you don't do anything about it. You could be stuck with it for the rest of your life, or for the rest of the loan term. But in most cases, I think lenders typically say that even if you keep a property for 20, 30 years or so, you refinance, you won't keep that loan longer than 7 years is a good rule of thumb. There are situations where people will go much over that. But how you change your rate is by refinancing, and there's a couple different types of refinances. One is just to do a normal refinance and lower your interest rate, and then another one that's kind of common is a cash out refinance, and so you can potentially lower or raise your rate and pull out some of your equity if you have equity in your property. But you can rest assured that if you are buying a property now or within the last year and have a higher than normal rate, when rates come down, when the market for rates come down, you can do something about it. And I think it's very helpful to stay in touch with your lender if you have had a good experience. If you don't have if you didn't have a good experience, or you don't know of anybody, or it's been way too long since you've spoke to your lender, speak with a real estate professional who would gladly refer you to many lenders. Feel free to give me a call. I have many lenders that I work with, and I'm happy to send over your way. But I keep in touch with my lender. Every 6 months, I'm looking at my rates to see if I can refinance or do a cash out refinance when it makes sense. Today it doesn't, but in years to come, it will be the time will be right for refinancing. So stay in touch with your lender, your real estate professional. Feel free to give me a call. And I would just say, if you happen to do a cash out refinance, and again, this is not financial advice or anything like that, what I would do with a cash out refinance is I would make sure that I'm comfortable with the new payment, because when you do a cash out refinance, you take out some of the equity, so your loan gets bigger depending on how much money you take out. It now is bigger to 20, 30, 100,000 that you take out, and so your payment's going to go up in most cases. Sometimes you can lower your interest rate at that same time, but if you take out a substantial amount of equity, generally your monthly payment's going to be affected. And so I would just have a plan for the funds. We always talk about buying an investment property, so that would be a great time to consider that, or just stock up on some reserves. But I would definitely have a plan in place for that. And with any questions on that, feel free to give us a call and reach out to us.